Okay. So, let's have another example. Yung example natin kanina, it's just a simple way kung paano natin kukunin ang the present value. Okay? Let's try the other way using this example. Okay? So, Joshua wants to buy a car in 2 years' time. Okay? He wants to know how much he should deposit into a fixed deposit account offering 11% per annum, compounded monthly, in order for him to buy a car worth 200,000 pesos. Okay, so what we need to check here is the amount that Joshua need to deposit in an account now that will be offering 11% per annum, 11% per annum, but compounded monthly. Okay, so ibig sabihin, um, as you can see here, it is compounded more than 1 in 1 year. Okay, it is compounded 12 times a year. Now, kasi we have 12 months per year, and on a given situation, it's in 2 years' time. Okay? In this kind of situation, no, katulad nung diniscuss natin kanina, yung nilagay kong note kanina, no, na kung saan sabi ko, if there is more than 1 compounding per year, okay, we divide the interest rate, which is, we will divide the interest rate, which is 11%, by the number of compounding per year, which is, sabi dyan, monthly. So we will divide 11% divide by 12 months to get the rate now that we need to use in the formula. Okay, so 11% over 12 months, and we will multiply the number of years by the number of compounding per year, not to get the compounding period na gagamitin natin sa ating formula. Okay? So, using the same formula, no, the present value is equals to future value over 1 plus rate raised to the power of its compounding period. Okay? So, using the formula, analyze muna natin bago tayo pumunta sa calculator. In 2 years' time, kailangan ni Joshua ng pambili ng sasakyan, which is magde-deposit siya sa isang fixed deposit account na nag-offer ng 11% interest per annum but compounded monthly. Okay, in order for him to buy worth of 200,000 pesos. Okay? So, ito pala nilagay ko pala dito. Yan. Using the formula and the given situation, no, the future value is 200,000. Okay? So, for us to get the rate for this kind of situation, kasi 'di ba more than 1 yung compounding period niya. So 11% per annum but compounded monthly. No? So para makuha natin tong rate na nandito sa formula, we will need to divide the 11% over 12. Okay? Once again, bakit siya naging 12? Kasi compounded monthly. No, and monthly ang pinag-uusapan natin is 12. Okay? Yan. Then, para makuha natin itong compounding period na nandito sa taas, okay, we will multiply the number of years, which is in the situation in 2 years' time, multiply with the compounding period, which is 12 months. So we will multiply the 2 years by 12 months. Okay, so we'll have here 24. So 200,000 over 1 plus 11% over 12 times 2 raised to the power of 2 times 12. Okay, so let's try to do it sa ating calculator. Where's our online calculator? Ayan. So nakikita nyo na ulit yung ating calculator.
Opo.
Okay. So using the calculator, 200,000 over, ano nga ulit yun?
Open parenthesis 1 Plus 0.011.
Point?
0.11 po.
0.11?
Kasi po 11% po ba? Kagaya pong decimal.
0.11, sure ka? Ganyan? Ay, tama, 0.11. Iba yung pagkakaintindi ko. Pagod na ako, sorry. Point 11.
Mali pala yung gawa ko.
0.11. Yan.
Divide
sorry. Divide by
12 po.
12. Then,
Close parenthesis.
close parentheses. Then,
Raised to the power of 2 times 12.
wait lang. 2 times 12, sa direction na natin ilagay ang 24. Okay? So, the answer is 160,664.70. Okay, so let's go back sa ating PowerPoint. Yan. So in the given situation, okay, dito sa given situation na to, ang kailangan natin for the present value is the answer in that online calculator. Okay? So that's the way kung paano natin kino-compute yung present value, especially kapag it's compounded more than 1. Okay? So, are we still clear with getting the lump sum for present value? Clear pa tayo? Okay. So, kung clear pa, let's...
Sir, ano nga pa ulit yung sagot?
Sorry, wait lang. Yan. 160,664.70. Okay? So, it's the answer.
Okay na po. Thank you.
Okay. Ang kailangan lang natin gawin, no, since I already, the future value, no, is same with what I already discussed from our last lecture dun sa YouTube. As long as we are following the formula for getting it, of course, we will just analyze the given situation or condition. You can arrive to the correct answer. Okay, so ang kailangan lang natin gawin is susundan lang natin yung formula and let's analyze the given situation or the given problem. Okay? So, yan.
Sir,
Yes po. Ron? Or
dun po sa formula po sa online scientific po, wala po bang open parenthesis po between 1 plus 0.11? May open parenthesis po, di ba?
Meron, ito. Makita mo to?
Yung sa pagitan po ng 1 tsaka po ng 0.11.
Meron, ito. Nakikita mo ba yung nakashare ngayon? Nakikita mo yung nakashare sa screen nyo ngayon? Yung aking scientific calculator? Nakikita nyo ba?
Yes po. Baka po ang tinutukoy niya yung sa ano po, yung 0.11.
Sir, kasi po dito po sa formula po na nakalagay sa PowerPoint is 200,000 divide
Over,
open
divide.
parenthesis 1 plus open parenthesis po ulit sa...
Okay. Over 12.
Po sa after nung plus, sir.
Oo, meron nga. Ilalagay nga natin, pero minsan, kapag gamit natin ang scientific calculator, pwedeng ang i-parenthesis na lang natin na gamitin is yung before the 1, then before the raised to the power of. Okay, kapag manual calculator naman yung gagamitin natin, uunahin muna natin yung nasa 0.11 over 12. Then dun sa 2 times 12, pag the manual calculator. Pero if we are using the scientific calculator, pwedeng ang parenthesis na lang is before the 1, then before the raised to the power of. Clear? Kasi naka-scientific calculator naman tayo. Para lang yan sa manual calculator. Na iisa-isahin talaga natin. Okay? So, let's go back. Ayan. So, let's continue with our discussion. And the next cash flow, the annuity. Okay? So, some of us may had the experience of making a series of fixed payments over a period of time. Okay? Let's say sa renta, kunwari sa renta ng dorm or sa renta ng bahay, na kung saan fixed payment ang binabayaran natin. Okay? Let's say 1,500 monthly. Now, either at the end of the month or at the first day of the month. Okay? Ito yung recurring or ongoing payment. Itong recurring or ongoing payments na ito are technically referred to as the annuity. Okay? So basically, kapag sinabi nating annuity, it happens kapag meron tayong binabayaran na fixed amount on a period of time. Okay? On our given example, kunwari nagre-renta tayo ng bahay, 1,500 lagi ang binabayaran natin monthly. So dahil it's a recurring or ongoing payments na fixed yung binabayaran natin, we are calling it as annuity. Okay? So this annuity has two types. Okay, so we have the ordinary annuity and we have the annuity due. Okay? So an ordinary annuity makes or requires payment at the end of each period. Okay? While the annuity dues or the annuity due, with annuity due, by contrast, no payments come at the beginning of each period. Okay? So para mas madali nating ma-identify, no, let's take a look with this. Saan ba 'yun? Batan isa. Okay, which is dito no sa type of the annuity, madali lang nating ma-identify ang pinagkaiba ng dalawa. Okay? Kapag sinabi nating ordinary, no, kapag sinabi nating ordinary annuity, no payments are made at the end of each period. Okay? While this annuity due, it is the payments that are made at the beginning of the period. Okay? So of course, no, we are also getting the present and future value of the ordinary annuity and annuity due using the following formula. Okay, so ito yung mga formula. Now, ang kailangan lang natin gawin is una, i-identify muna natin, no, what do we need? Kung ano yung kailangan natin? Do we need to get the future value or do we need to get the present value? Okay? Then after identifying kung on the given situation, kung ang kailangan natin is present value or future value, the next thing that we need to identify is anong type of annuity ang hinahanap. Okay? Is it the ordinary or is it the annuity due? Okay? So once again, ito lang yung dalawang klase ng annuity, the ordinary. Okay? Kailan natin masasabing ordinary? Ang annuity kapag payments are made at the end of each period. Okay? While the annuity due, the payments are made at the beginning of the period. Okay? So these are the formulas. Okay? So itong C na to, this is the cash flow. Cash flow, letter C, cash flow. Pag sinabi natin cash flow, ito yung fixed na amount na binabayaran natin. Kunwari sa renta ng bahay, 'di ba monthly ang binabayaran natin is pare-parehas na 1,500. Okay? So that is the cash flow. So 1,500, then we need just to replace the details here. Na using the formula. Malabas na to. Yan. So C for the cash flow per period. I is for the interest rate, then N, the number of payments. Now, which is, tulad nga ng sinabi ko kanina, as long as alam natin yung formula na gagamitin natin on a certain problem, then we can identify kung ano dun yung number of payments and kung ano yung interest rate, we can easily compute for the problem. Okay, for us to easily get the needed solution or answer. Okay? So, yan. Now, let's proceed with the last or the next basic pattern of cash flow, which is ito yung tinatawag natin na mix stream. Okay? Unequal periodic cash flows that reflect no particular pattern. Okay? Kung yung payments in the annuities are equal no, or naka-fix siya, okay, once again, kung yung payment dun sa annuities ay naka-fix siya na let's say 1,500 monthly, kapag naman ang payment is unequal, no, or the cash flow does not reflect no particular pattern, we are calling it as the mix stream. Okay, kung kunwari, first month, 1,000, second month, 1,200, next month, 1,500. Kapag iba-iba or hindi siya naka-fix, now we are calling it as mix stream. Kapag pare-pareho naman yung cash flow or yung payment, we are calling it as annuity. Okay? So, yan. So, let's have an example para magets natin. Okay? So, dito naman, in getting the, of course, we are also getting the present and future value for the mixed stream. Okay? And in getting the present value and future value using the mixed stream, now we will compute for the needed value of each agreement. Okay? So, para mas maintindihan natin, let's have an example para maintindihan natin yung principle ng mixed stream and how we are computing the present value and future value for mixed stream. Okay? So example, suppose that you put or you choose to put your savings annually in BPI Bank at 8% per annum today, and you put 1,200 on the second year, and 1,400 on the second year you put 1,400 and 1,000 on the third year. Sorry, pagod na ako. Okay, how much will you have available at the end of 3 years? Okay, so ulitin natin. Kunwari maglalagay tayo ng savings sa BPI account now with 8% interest per annum. Okay, this year maglalagay tayo or magde-deposit tayo ng 1,200. Okay? On the second year, sa pangalawang taon, magde-deposit tayo ng 1,400. At sa pangatlong taon, magde-deposit tayo ng 1,000. Now, the question is, how much will you have available at the end of 3 years? Okay? So, dito, iba-iba ang deposits na dinideposit natin per year. Hindi siya fixed, kaya tinatawag natin to na mixed stream. In this situation, ang kailangan nating makuha is the future value. Okay? So, ang gagawin natin dito sa mixed stream na to, wala tong sariling formula because we are going to follow the formula ng present value and future value na diniscuss na natin. Okay, in which sa mixed stream, kailangan lang natin i-identify kung ano yung given situation. Okay? So, we have to compute first now for the future value of each deposited amount per year. Okay? So, para mas clear ang illustration natin, let's check this table. Okay? So, ulitin natin. In mixed stream, we just need to analyze the situation given. Then we will use yung diniscuss na natin na formula for getting kung ano yung hinahanap. It's either the future value or the present value. Okay? So, on the first year, nag-deposit ng 1,200. Okay? And we have 8% per annum. Okay? So, using the formula for the future value, anong ulit ang formula for the future value? Future value is the amount times now 1 plus the rate over the time. Okay? So, can anyone na merong calculator, can we try to compute for the future value nitong unang deposited amount, which is the first deposited amount is 1,200. Okay? So can you please try at your end using the formula, future value is equals the amount times open parentheses 1 plus the rate, close parentheses, then raised to the power of its time period. Okay? So dito sa first na sa unang dineposit na 1,200 sa unang taon, kung nakikita nyo, nilagay ko na dito ang rate and time. So, inano ko na siya, kinuha ko na siya. Di ba sabi dyan, sa unang taon, nag-deposit tayo ng 1,200. Okay, itong nakikita nyo yung hina-highlight ko ng cursor. Ito yung una nating dineposit. Okay, then, using the formula 1 plus the rate, so meron tayong 1.8. Okay, bakit ang nakalagay natin dito is 3 years? Sa tingin nyo, bakit 3 yung nakalagay natin dito? Anyone na may idea? Anyone?
Sir, kasi po, yan po yung start ng deposit yung pera.
Okay.
Tapos 3 years po siya naka-stack sa bangko. Kaya po 3 years po yung mabibilang.
Very good. Okay, so tama yung sagot niya. Kasi sa ibang klase ko, actually nililito ko lang talaga sila for me to identify kung talagang naiintindihan nila yung situation. Which is tama, no, yung sagot. Sa unang taon kasi, di ba, dineposit natin sa unang taon 1,200. Now, normally, ang nilalagay nilang taon dyan is 1. Kasi sabi, sir, ito yung unang dineposit eh. So, yan yung, dapat nandyan yung 1. Which is mali. Okay? Kasi dahil itong 1,200 nga ang una nating dineposit, kaya lang on the given situation, kukunin natin at the end of 3 years. Okay? So dahil ito yung unang dineposit, ibig sabihin ito yung magi-stay ng 3 years. Tama? So we will get the future value for the given situation. So Yan. Nakikita nyo naman ng malinaw, no, yung slide ko. Tama? Okay.
Yes po, sir.
If we will get the 1.08, now the factor na minultiply natin for 1 and the rate of 8% raised to the power of 3, the answer is? What's the answer?
1.65.
Tama ba? Tama ba?
Opo.
1.26 or 1.2597. Okay? How about the second one? Sa pangalawang taon, nag-deposit tayo ng 1,400. Then kaya 2 yung nandito sa ating raised to the power of kasi the second year na dineposit hanggang sa pangatlong taon, nag-stay siya sa bangko ng 2 taon. Okay? So the answer here is 1.1664 or 1.17. Very good. Okay? Sa pangatlong taon, dahil ito na yung last na taon na mag-stay yung pera, so it's raised to 1. So we have, magkano to? 1.08. No need to compute kasi raised to 1, 1.08. The same. Okay? So,
08.
Okay. 08, tama. Ngayon naman, ang question kasi natin, magkano ang makukuha nating pera at the end of 3 years, no? Given the situation na mixed stream ang cash flow pattern. So, unang taon, nag-deposit tayo ng 1,200. Sa pangalawang taon, nag-deposit tayo ng 1,400. Sa pangatlo, nag-deposit tayo ng 1,000. Dahil iba-iba ang cash flow niya, yung pattern of cash flow niya, hindi natin pwedeng gamitin yung mga naunang formulas natin kasi yun ginagamit lang natin for fixed payment, no? Especially yung sa annuity. Kasi syempre may mga situation na hindi pare-parehas ang dinideposit natin. So papaano kinocompute yun ng bangko? Okay? So dito sa mixed stream, this is how we compute for it. No? Ang given natin, on the given situation, ang kailangan nating malaman is the future value. Okay? So dito sa mixed stream, i-identify natin isa-isa yung future value niya until we come up with the total value na hinihingi nitong ating problem. Okay? So let's start with the first given situation. Nag-deposit ng 1,200 na nag-stay ng 3 taon sa bangko. So the future value is, using the formula for future value, what is the future value?
$1,511.65 po.
Very good. Lahat ba nakakuha ng ganitong sagot? 1,511.65? Or meron pa kayong ibang sagot?
Same lang po.
Say, very good. How about dito sa second year na nag-deposit tayo ng 1,400?
1,632.96 po.
0.96. Para parehas ng sagot? Or may ibang sagot? Para parehas ng sagot?
Same po, sir.
Okay, good. So same. Because this is the correct answer. Okay? How about on the third year? How much? Ito madali itong i-compute kasi 1 year lang. Given na
1,010.
1,000?
1,010.
1,080 po. 1,080.
1,080.
Ay,
1,080.
80 po.
0.00.
mali pala.
Kasi we have to consider 1,000 lang to. Then the rate and time factor is 1.08. 1,000 times 1.08 is 1,800. I-move lang natin itong decimal point. Ilalagay natin yung 0.08 so we have 1,080. Okay? Now, ang question natin kanina dito sa given problem natin, how much will you have available at the end of 3 years? Okay, so syempre dahil na-identify na natin ang future value for each given situation, to answer the problem or the question here sa ating problem, the future value or the total amount that we will have at the end of 3 years is how much? Tama ba?
4,224.61 po.
4,224.61. Very good.
61.
So yan, no? So basically, what we need to identify, katulad nga ng sinabi ko, what we need to identify first is the future value of each. Okay? So sa first year, nag-deposit ng 1,2, second year 1,4, and so on and so forth. And we will just be using the future value formula. Okay? So, I think, okay. So, that's the end of our discussion for today. Okay, so this different interest rates together with the different patterns of cash flows. Stop muna natin to. Yan. So, that's the end of our discussion for today. Medyo nakakapagod dahil nag-i-stop tayo and bumabalik ulit. Nakakapagod ang umalis at bumalik. So, that's the end of our discussion for today. No, that's the different interest rates together with the different patterns of cash flow. And it's one of the reasons why now we have this what we call as the time value of money. Okay? This interest rates and cash flow pattern na diniscuss natin, it will help us in determining the future and present value to further help us when it comes to our business finance decisions. Okay? especially if we are involved in any business. Okay, whether it's small or it's big, as long as it's business. Now, because it's impossible that you will not be involved no, in any decisions that uh, includes money that includes the finances. Okay, and personally, no, knowing these types of interest and how the cash flow has its different cash flow patterns, no, can also help us in determining decisions na gagawin natin when it comes to our personal money. Okay, and it's important na while we are a student, no, it's better for us to be financially literate, no, na may alam tayo on how we are computing this money, no, so that when the time comes that you are earning your own money, you can really use it wisely, no, na habang bata ka pa, you already know what to do with your money, no, na hindi ka na basta-basta maloloko ng mga nag-o-offer ng loan, na nag-o-offer ng investment, na ito yung given na interest rate, no. However, they are not disclosing kung ano ba talaga yung nominal rate, kung ano yung effective annual rate. Then at the end of the day, no, katulad ng example natin kanina sa investment A and investment B, no, normally, especially for those people na they are not familiar with the compounding frequency, they are not familiar kung ano ba yung ibig sabihin ng monthly, ng quarterly, ng annually, no? Kasi most of the companies that are offering savings or loan products, they are only disclosing the percentage, but they are not disclosing the effective annual rate. No, they are not disclosing kung ano yung magiging value talaga ng money mo after paying the mixed stream or after paying the annuities. No, so yun. So that's the purpose kung bakit we are taking this course, this program. Okay, so are we clear? Or malinaw ba? Or do you have any questions or clarifications with our discussion for today about the simple and compound interest and the patterns of the cash flow, no? With the annuity, with the lump sum, and this mixed stream? Any questions or may naguguluhan ba kayong part? Malinaw, mukhang malinaw naman sa everyone. Okay, so if it's clear with everyone, since magna 9 p.m. na rin naman and medyo stressful, lang mas prefer ko pa talaga yung i-record ko na lang ng live stream para tuloy-tuloy. Then upload ko na lang kaysa dito sa anyways, ang gagawin ko na lang is sa isa kong classes, i-record ko na lang itong discussion na to para if in case for those students na nawawala-wala kasi Anderson may mga nadi-disconnect and may mga na-lowbat kasi nga nawala ng kuryente kanina. So siguro on my next class or sa isa kong section with business finances, I will record it and I will upload it sa aking YouTube para you can still go back with this discussion na na-miss ng mga nakamiss, syempre. Okay? And on our next lecture or next Saturday, magpo-provide na lang ako ng activities no, for us to identify kung talagang na natutunan natin or kung talagang nalaman natin on how we are computing no, for the interest and how we are computing for the different cash flow patterns. Okay? So, after our activity next Saturday, which is, anong date ba next Saturday? So, next Saturday ko na lang papagawa ang ating activities. That's December 19. So, dahil mag-Christmas break na, so syempre kailangan din natin ng Christmas break kahit kaka-break lang natin ng November. Next Saturday will be our last meeting or last activity for this December or for the year. Then on our sa mga susunod natin lectures, which is on the next lecture, I will be discussing the financial planning and the financial planning analysis. Okay, so dahil alam na natin kung paano yung different institutions ng bangko, kung ano yung mga iba't ibang klase ng bangko at alam na rin natin kung ano yung iba't ibang kung paano kinukuha ang simple and compound in the cash flow of pattern. We are now ready to discuss the financial planning and financial analysis, and we will be discussing that on our first meeting by January. Okay? So yun lang. Can I request everyone to please open your camera so that we can have our photo up? Yan. Sana all fresh. Ako lang ata ang mukhang haggard ngayon ah. Ako lang ang mukhang haggard. Sana all. Okay. Kasi nasa office, after ng office hours ko, nandito pa ako sa office, nagklase. So kung napapansin nyo, nandito ako sa aking office. So, by the way pala, I would like to promote my business. So, kung hindi ako nagkakamali, meron na rin sa Quezon Province ang fast delivery services. So, kung gusto niyo magpa-deliver ng foods, magpadala ng mga packages, or umorder ng pera, magpadala ng remittance, please use PassFast. Alam ko sa Lopez and Humaka meron ng available na PassFast branch dyan. Nag-promote talaga ako ng business. So, yun. PassFast is the new competitor of LBC, Cebuana, M. Loelier, GrabFood, Lala Food, lahat ng food deliveries, money remittances, and logistics. So, yun. Secretary, can you take our picture?
Sir, naka-cellphone lang po ako.
Okay, sige. It's fine. Wait lang, paano ko ba ito gagawin? Nakita lahat.